Donald Trump is about to remove one of the last obstructions keeping democracy together. This is Pam Bondi in April.
Americans are finally getting what they voted for. No longer will we have rogue judges striking down President Trump's policies across the entire nation. No longer.
Hey there, welcome back into Occupy Democrats, and if you'd like to see Trump and Pam out of the White House, just subscribe to the channel. But that was April, and then this came in July.
So last week I sent out 32 letters to mayors around the country, and I believe to 7 governors, telling them you better comply or you're next. If they don't comply with this, Larry, we're going to work with our other agencies to cut off their federal funding.
Yes, we're discussing his complete dismantling of the 3 branches of government, because that is how you get to being a dictator and authoritarianism. And one of the key ways in this breaking story is listen to Todd Blanch, the Assistant Attorney General at the DOJ, talk about Trump and he fighting one of his trials because he was Trump's personal attorney. This.
He jokingly said to us a lot, sometimes he wanted to be the litigator. You know, he wanted to be the one that was actually arguing because he's a smart guy and he knows what he's doing. We made every decision together. We did, and there were things that he was frustrated with, the judge didn't allow us to do that, and things like that, where he would really push us and say, well, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? It was an honor for me to spend the last 6 weeks with him, defending him. It didn't work out. I mean, we got a bad result today. It's not over.
And that is the core of this breaking story. Because what holds and binds our democracy together are the balances of power, the checks and balances of the Senate and the House and Congress, legislative, judicial, and executive, and the clear lines between them. But oh no, as noted here, Todd Blanch, having been Trump's former personal attorney and now working at the DOJ, sums up everything you need to know as it's stated right here.
Todd Blanch, our Deputy Attorney General, is crashing out over on X because lots of people are questioning his handling of the interview with Ghislaine Maxwell. Many legal experts, including me, have pointed out that the Epstein emails released this week show that Maxwell lied to Blanch and he just let her get away with it. This is a major betrayal of his duties to the victims and the American people.
So in this breaking story, Donald Trump is pushing, and Pam Bondi is certainly right with him in lockstep, to terminate more than 100-year-old benchmark obstruction, benchmark line in the sand in this country that holds democracy together. And when they do it, we're in further trouble in terms of the midterm elections this coming November. Check this story out. Breaking news, Trump moves to dismantle century-old ethics rule in stunning power grab. As early as this week, the Trump administration appears poised to gut a century-old Justice Department ethics norm that requires the agency's attorneys to recuse themselves from cases in which they may hold a conflict of interest, Midas Touch News reported Monday. The move revealed to Midas Touch News by, quote, 3 senior administration sources who spoke with the outlet on the condition of anonymity would give the Attorney General sole authority over recusals, allowing DOJ attorneys to remain on cases despite potential conflicts. In quotes, legal experts warn the move would dismantle a century-old norm designed to insulate federal prosecutors from political pressure and personal bias, wrote Midas Touch reporter and attorney Aaron Parnas. In quotes, current DOJ standards requires attorneys to step aside from cases that present even the appearance of a conflict of interest, Todd Blanch, Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein, a principle codified in federal statute and reinforced through decades of internal ethics rules. The proposed policy would reverse that presumption entirely, transforming recusal from a duty into a privilege controlled at the top of the department, Pam Bondi. A Trump administration official also speaking on the condition of anonymity suggested that the decision came from the very top and that the president viewed the requirement for DOJ attorneys to recuse themselves as an affront to his policy agenda, fascism dictator. In quotes, the president believes that conflicts have been used as a weapon by the deep state to slow walk his agenda, the officials told Midas Touch News. In quotes, this rule ensures that the people hired to do a job actually do it. Dictator. Should the Trump administration move forward with its proposal, it would trigger a mandatory public comment period during which it's expected to be fiercely challenged by legal experts and critics. Now stop and think about that in the macro. All of the corporate oligarchy we see Bernie Sanders has been talking about for 20 years, all of the cross friends, all of the corporate white-collar pardons Trump has given beyond the January 6 rioters, ICE, and everything else. And now imagine that a DOJ attorney, bestest friend, brother, sister, husband, wife, Clarence Thomas, his wife, at the Supreme Court, that they're involved in a case they're directly in conflict with, but it's up to Pam Bondi as to whether or not they have to be recused off the case. That is one of the last bastions holding democracy in America together. No, this is not unhinged fear. This is a reality. You guys like and share the video. Stay frosty.